Railway accidents in America have occurred throughout history, often marked by devastating consequences and long-lasting impacts on communities, industries, and transportation systems. These accidents happen under various circumstances, but a common thread is the dramatic and often sudden nature of these incidents, which can lead to loss of life, injuries, and significant disruptions. Understanding how these accidents unfold requires examining the chain of events leading up to them and the moments of crisis that follow. Many railway accidents begin with small errors or oversights that escalate into catastrophic events. For instance, a single misaligned rail can cause a train to derail, sending multiple cars off the tracks. In high-speed scenarios, the momentum of the train amplifies the damage, causing cars to overturn or collide violently with nearby structures, vehicles, or terrain. Similarly, at railway crossings, accidents frequently involve collisions between trains and motor vehicles. These incidents often occur when drivers attempt to cross the tracks despite warning signals, or when malfunctioning gates fail to alert oncoming traffic of an approaching train. Derailments are among the most common types of railway accidents and often occur without warning. They can result from mechanical issues, such as wheel defects, or track-related problems, like broken rails or poorly maintained infrastructure. The derailment process itself is swift. As a train travels over a compromised section of the track, the wheels lose their alignment with the rails, causing the train to veer off course. Depending on the speed and weight of the train, the derailed cars may topple, slide, or pile up, creating a chaotic scene that can involve passenger injuries, hazardous material spills, or significant structural damage. Collisions are another significant category of railway accidents, often involving either two trains or a train and another vehicle. These accidents frequently happen at junctions or in areas where signaling systems fail to properly coordinate traffic. For example, head-on collisions can occur if two trains are mistakenly routed onto the same track, leading to catastrophic results. Rear-end collisions may happen when one train stops or slows unexpectedly, and another following closely behind cannot stop in time. In both cases, the sheer force of impact can cause extensive destruction, derailments, and loss of life. Some accidents involve the transport of hazardous materials, which can escalate the severity of the event. When a train carrying chemicals, fuel, or other volatile substances derails or collides, the resulting spills, leaks, or explosions can devastate the surrounding area. Fires, toxic fumes, and environmental contamination often follow, requiring extensive emergency response efforts. In such cases, residents in nearby communities may face long-term health risks, displacement, and economic losses, compounding the immediate tragedy of the accident. High-speed passenger trains introduce another layer of complexity to railway accidents. When these trains derail or collide, the energy released is immense, often leading to significant casualties. In densely populated urban areas, such accidents can also affect people not on the train, as debris, fire, or infrastructure collapses may harm bystanders or damage adjacent buildings. The rapid pace at which these accidents unfold leaves little time for passengers and crew to react, increasing the potential for injuries and fatalities. Railway crossings are particularly dangerous points where accidents commonly occur. Despite advances in safety technology, these intersections remain prone to collisions. Drivers may misjudge the speed of an oncoming train, leading to fatal missteps as they attempt to cross. In other cases, pedestrians or vehicles may become stuck on the tracks, leaving them vulnerable to impact. Even when warning systems are in place, human error, impatience, or technical malfunctions can lead to devastating outcomes. Such incidents not only affect those directly involved but also disrupt train schedules and create logistical challenges for railway operators. Human factors often play a critical role in how railway accidents occur. Operator fatigue, distraction, or miscommunication can lead to critical mistakes in managing train movements. In some cases, engineers or conductors may fail to adhere to speed limits, particularly on sharp curves or in areas with complex track layouts. These errors can increase the likelihood of derailments or collisions, as the train's momentum becomes too great to control. Similarly, signal operators may make errors in routing trains, leading to head-on or side-impact collisions at track junctions. Technical failures are also a frequent contributor to railway accidents. A malfunctioning brake system can prevent a train from stopping in time, leading to collisions or overshooting stations. Track infrastructure, including switches, signals, and rails, may degrade over time if not properly maintained, increasing the risk of derailments. In some cases, weather conditions, such as heavy rain, snow, or extreme heat, can exacerbate these issues by weakening tracks or causing mechanical systems to fail. For instance, freezing temperatures may lead to brittle rails that crack under pressure, while excessive heat can cause tracks to expand and buckle. Emergency situations during railway accidents often compound the challenges of the initial event. Fires resulting from collisions or derailments can quickly spread through passenger cars or cargo, putting lives and property at risk. Emergency braking systems, while essential for preventing further damage, can sometimes cause secondary accidents by jolting passengers or destabilizing the train. In cases involving hazardous materials, the risk of explosion or chemical exposure requires immediate evacuation and specialized response teams, further complicating rescue efforts. Ultimately, railway accidents are the result of complex interactions between human decisions, technical systems, and environmental factors. Each accident unfolds in its own way, shaped by the unique circumstances of the incident. Whether caused by derailments, collisions, or hazardous material spills, the consequences of these events highlight the need for constant vigilance, robust safety protocols, and effective crisis management. The rapid and often destructive nature of railway accidents underscores the critical importance of understanding how they happen to prevent future tragedies. Railway accidents often result from a combination of systemic, technical, and human factors. Understanding the underlying reasons is essential for identifying preventative measures and improving rail safety. One major reason for railway accidents is human error, which continues to play a significant role despite advancements in technology. Train operators, signal controllers, and maintenance crews are all susceptible to mistakes that can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Fatigue is a common issue, particularly in an industry where long shifts and irregular schedules are prevalent. A fatigued operator may misjudge distances, overlook signals, or fail to respond promptly to changing track conditions, all of which can culminate in disaster. Distraction also contributes significantly to human error in railway accidents. With modern communication tools and devices, operators may become distracted, even momentarily, from their duties. In high-stakes environments like train operation, even a few seconds of inattention can have severe consequences. Similarly, poor communication between team members, particularly when coordinating train movements, can result in collisions or derailments. Misinterpreted signals or unclear instructions can send trains onto the wrong track or into hazardous areas, increasing the likelihood of accidents. Technical and mechanical failures are another critical reason for railway accidents. Faulty equipment, such as malfunctioning brakes, defective wheels, or worn-out track components, can compromise the safe operation of trains. For instance, brake failure on a heavily loaded train can make it impossible to stop in time, leading to collisions or runaway trains. Similarly, a broken axle or wheel can destabilize a train, causing derailments. These failures often stem from inadequate maintenance or inspection routines, where small defects go unnoticed until they cause significant damage. Track infrastructure is also a key factor in railway accidents. Aging tracks, switches, and signal systems, if not properly maintained, can develop faults that lead to derailments or other incidents. Broken or misaligned rails are a common issue, particularly in areas with high traffic or harsh environmental conditions. Tracks that are not adequately secured can shift under the weight of trains, increasing the risk of derailment. Additionally, outdated signal systems that fail to provide accurate or timely information to operators can result in dangerous situations, such as head-on collisions or routing errors. Weather and environmental conditions further contribute to railway accidents, often by exacerbating existing vulnerabilities in the system. Extreme weather, such as heavy rain, snow, or ice, can make tracks slippery, reducing the friction needed for trains to stop or maintain control. Flooding can erode track foundations, causing sections of the rail to collapse or become unstable. On the other hand, intense heat can cause tracks to expand and warp, leading to buckling. These conditions create significant challenges for train operators and infrastructure managers, particularly when combined with other risk factors like human error or mechanical failure. Speeding is another common reason behind railway accidents, especially in derailments. Trains traveling at excessive speeds are less capable of navigating sharp curves or stopping in time to avoid obstacles. Speeding can also exacerbate the consequences of other failures, such as track defects or mechanical issues, by increasing the forces involved in derailments or collisions. In many cases, speeding is a result of operator decisions, whether due to pressure to maintain schedules or a lack of awareness about speed restrictions in certain areas. Neglect in enforcing or adhering to safety protocols is another critical reason for railway accidents. Safety protocols are designed to minimize risks, but when these are overlooked or improperly implemented, accidents become more likely. For example, failure to use warning signals or barriers at railway crossings can leave vehicles and pedestrians vulnerable to collisions with oncoming trains. Similarly, insufficient safety training for staff can result in a lack of preparedness during emergencies, leading to mistakes that escalate the severity of an incident. Hazardous materials transported by rail pose additional risks that can cause or worsen accidents. When trains carrying chemicals, fuel, or other dangerous substances derail or collide, the resulting spills or explosions can turn a localized accident into a large-scale disaster. Poorly labeled or improperly secured cargo increases the risk of accidents during loading, transit, or unloading. Moreover, insufficient planning for hazardous material routes can expose densely populated or environmentally sensitive areas to heightened risks. Technological limitations also play a role in railway accidents, particularly when older systems fail to incorporate modern safety features. For instance, some railways lack automated systems like positive train control, PTC, which can prevent accidents by automatically slowing or stopping trains in dangerous situations. In cases where such technology is unavailable or inadequately implemented, operators must rely entirely on manual controls, increasing the likelihood of human error. Finally, organizational issues within railway companies contribute to accidents. Budget constraints and cost-cutting measures can lead to deferred maintenance, understaffing, or insufficient investment in safety technology. These decisions often create a cycle of neglect, where minor issues are ignored until they evolve into major problems. A lack of accountability or oversight within organizations further exacerbates these risks, as safety concerns may go unaddressed or unnoticed. In many cases, the reasons behind railway accidents are interconnected, with one factor influencing or amplifying others. For instance, poor maintenance might lead to a track defect, which becomes critical during extreme weather conditions. Similarly, human error may be exacerbated by inadequate safety systems or organizational shortcomings. These complex interactions highlight the need for comprehensive approaches to rail safety, addressing not only individual factors, but also the broader systems and practices that contribute to accidents. By understanding and addressing these reasons, stakeholders can work towards reducing the frequency and severity of railway accidents. Railway accidents in America have occurred in diverse locations, from bustling cities to remote rural areas, each with unique circumstances that amplify the severity of the events. These incidents often take place in settings where high traffic density, complex track systems, or challenging environmental conditions combine to create vulnerabilities. Understanding where and how these accidents occur provides insight into the risks associated with different types of railway operations and environments. Urban areas are frequent sites of railway accidents due to the high volume of train and pedestrian traffic. In cities, rail systems often run close to densely populated neighborhoods, increasing the potential for collisions and derailments to cause significant harm to bystanders. Many commuter train accidents occur at or near stations, where the tracks intersect with roads or walkways. For example, in Chicago, the nation's railway hub, numerous accidents have occurred at crossings where vehicles and pedestrians come into contact with high-speed trains. These incidents are often exacerbated by the limited space in urban settings, where the proximity of buildings, roads, and rail infrastructure creates additional hazards. Rural areas, while less densely populated, are not immune to railway accidents. In fact, the lack of advanced infrastructure and limited safety measures in many rural regions can contribute to accidents with severe consequences. Remote crossings without gates or signals are particularly dangerous, as drivers may fail to notice approaching trains. In some cases, the isolation of rural areas delays emergency response times, prolonging the impact of an accident. One example is the Graniteville train crash in South Carolina, where a collision between two trains released chlorine gas, killing 9 people and forcing the evacuation of hundreds. The rural setting compounded the disaster, as emergency services faced logistical challenges in addressing the crisis. Railway accidents also occur frequently at junctions where multiple tracks converge, often leading to misrouting or collisions. Complex track networks, such as those in major railway hubs, like New York or Los Angeles, present significant challenges for operators and signal systems. Miscommunication or technical failures at these junctions can result in trains being directed onto the same track, leading to head-on or side-impact collisions. In some cases, these accidents occur during rush hours, when commuter trains are carrying a high number of passengers, increasing the potential for injuries and fatalities. Certain geographical features contribute to railway accidents as well. Mountainous regions with steep grades and sharp curves are particularly hazardous for trains, especially those carrying heavy cargo. Derailments in these areas often result from the difficulty of maintaining control on downhill stretches or navigating tight bends. The 1996 Cajon Pass derailment in California illustrates this risk, where a freight train lost control on a steep descent, derailing and causing extensive damage. Similarly, bridges and tunnels are high-risk locations, as accidents in these confined spaces can make evacuation and rescue operations more difficult. Railway crossings are among the most common sites for accidents, particularly in suburban and rural areas where cars and trains frequently intersect. Many crossings are equipped with gates and warning lights, but these measures are not always sufficient to prevent accidents. Drivers may misjudge the speed of an oncoming train, ignore warning signals, or become trapped on the tracks due to traffic congestion. Malfunctioning equipment at crossings also poses a significant risk, as it can fail to alert vehicles of an approaching train. For example, the 2015 collision between an Amtrak train and a truck in North Carolina occurred when a crossing signal malfunctioned, contributing to the severity of the crash. Hazardous material transport introduces additional risks, especially when trains carrying chemicals or fuels pass through urban or environmentally sensitive areas. Accidents involving such cargo can cause widespread harm, including fires, explosions, or toxic spills. For instance, the 2013 derailment of a train carrying crude oil in Lac-Mégantic, Canada, which was en route to the United States, resulted in a massive explosion that destroyed much of the town and killed 47 people. While not in the U.S., this disaster underscored the risks of transporting hazardous materials through populated areas and the need for stringent safety measures. High-speed rail lines, though limited in the U.S., present unique challenges for accident prevention. When accidents occur on these lines, the energy involved is immense, leading to extensive damage. Derailments on high-speed lines can result in cars overturning or being thrown from the tracks, causing significant injuries and fatalities. The 2015 Amtrak derailment in Philadelphia is an example, where excessive speed on a curve caused the train to derail, killing 8 passengers and injuring over 200. This incident highlighted the importance of advanced safety systems, such as positive train control, PDC, which could have prevented the accident by automatically reducing the train's speed. Weather conditions also play a crucial role in determining where railway accidents occur. Flood-prone regions, for example, are particularly vulnerable, as water can weaken track foundations or wash away ballast, leading to collapses. In areas with extreme heat, tracks may expand and buckle, increasing the risk of derailments. Snow and ice in northern states pose additional challenges, as they can obscure signals, freeze switches, and make tracks slippery. The harsh conditions of the Midwest and Northeast have contributed to numerous railway accidents, particularly during winter storms. Technological limitations in certain regions exacerbate the likelihood of accidents. Older railway systems in some parts of the country lack modern safety features, such as automated signals or advanced braking systems. These deficiencies are particularly noticeable in regions with high traffic volumes, where outdated infrastructure struggles to keep pace with demand. For instance, in the southeastern United States, where freight rail dominates, many lines rely on antiquated equipment that increases the risk of derailments or collisions. Railway accidents can also occur in industrial areas where trains are used for transporting goods. These settings often involve complex track layouts and frequent train movements, increasing the likelihood of errors. The Texas City disaster in 1947, while primarily an industrial accident, involved a railway component where a train carrying ammonium nitrate contributed to the explosion. This example illustrates how industrial rail operations can have far-reaching consequences when accidents occur. Overall, railway accidents happen in diverse environments, each presenting unique challenges and risks. From urban crossings to rural tracks, from hazardous material transport to high-speed rail, the varied locations and circumstances of these accidents underscore the complexity of ensuring rail safety across the United States. By understanding where and how these incidents occur, stakeholders can focus on targeted solutions to mitigate risks and enhance the overall safety of rail systems. To address the risks and reduce the occurrence of railway accidents, various safety measures have been implemented across the United States, focusing on technology, infrastructure, and human factors. Safety technology has played a pivotal role in mitigating accidents by introducing advanced systems designed to minimize human error and enhance operational efficiency. One of the most significant advancements is positive train control, PDC, a system that automates compliance with speed limits and signal commands. PDC technology can detect when a train is moving too fast or approaching a danger zone and take corrective action by automatically slowing or stopping the train. This system has proven effective in preventing collisions and derailments caused by operator errors, making it a cornerstone of modern rail safety. Stricter regulations have also been enacted to enforce safety standards and hold rail companies accountable for compliance. Federal agencies, like the Federal Railroad Administration, FRA, have established guidelines requiring rail operators to implement advanced safety measures, such as PTC, on high-risk lines. These regulations also mandate regular inspections of tracks, rolling stock, and signaling systems to identify and address potential hazards before they lead to accidents. Additionally, the FRA imposes penalties for non-compliance, encouraging rail companies to prioritize safety investments and maintenance. Maintenance practices are a critical component of railway safety, as they ensure that the infrastructure and equipment remain in optimal condition. Regular track inspections are essential to identify wear and tear, such as broken rails, misaligned tracks, or damaged switches, which can lead to derailments. Similarly, rolling stock, including train cars and locomotives, undergo routine checks to ensure brakes, wheels, and other critical components are functioning properly. Maintenance crews use advanced diagnostic tools, such as ultrasonic testing and track geometry cars, to detect hidden defects that may not be visible during visual inspections. Proactive maintenance helps reduce the risk of mechanical failures and ensures the overall reliability of the rail network. Infrastructure upgrades have been another focal point in improving railway safety. Aging tracks, bridges, and tunnels are being replaced or reinforced to withstand modern train operations, which often involve heavier loads and higher speeds. Signal systems are also being upgraded to incorporate digital technology, allowing for more precise communication between trains and control centers. These upgrades enhance the ability to monitor and manage rail traffic, reducing the likelihood of accidents caused by miscommunication or routing errors. Human factors remain a significant consideration in railway safety, as the actions and decisions of operators, maintenance personnel, and signal controllers directly impact accident prevention. To address this, training programs have been expanded and updated to ensure that all personnel are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to operate safely in complex environments. Simulated training environments, for instance, allow operators to practice responding to various scenarios, such as equipment failures or emergency braking situations, without the risks associated with real-world operations. Regular retraining and certification ensure that railway workers stay current with safety protocols and technological advancements. Community awareness initiatives have also been introduced to reduce accidents at railway crossings and near tracks. Public education campaigns aim to inform drivers and pedestrians about the dangers of ignoring warning signals or trespassing on railway property. These programs often involve collaboration between rail companies, government agencies, and local organizations to promote safe behavior and reduce preventable accidents. In addition to these measures, emergency response planning has become a priority in the rail industry. Accidents involving hazardous materials, for example, require specialized training for first responders to handle spills, fires, or chemical exposure safely. Rail companies work closely with local emergency services to develop contingency plans and conduct drills, ensuring a coordinated and effective response in the event of an accident. This preparation helps minimize the impact of accidents on communities and the environment. Research and development continue to drive innovation in railway safety. Efforts are underway to explore new materials for tracks and train components that can withstand greater stress and resist wear. Advanced monitoring systems, such as drones and sensors, are being tested to provide real-time data on track conditions and train operations, enabling faster detection and resolution of potential issues. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are also being integrated into rail systems to predict maintenance needs and optimize traffic management, further enhancing safety and efficiency. Collaboration between stakeholders is essential for the successful implementation of these safety measures. rail operators, government agencies, technology providers, and community organizations must work together to address the multifaceted challenges of railway safety. By pooling resources and expertise, these stakeholders can develop comprehensive strategies that address both immediate risks and long-term improvements. In conclusion, a combination of advanced technology, strict regulations, proactive maintenance, infrastructure upgrades, and human factors training forms the foundation of modern railway safety measures. These efforts aim not only to prevent accidents, but also to create a more reliable and resilient rail system. As these measures continue to evolve, they contribute to a safer and more efficient transportation network, benefiting passengers, freight operators, and communities across the United States.